Welcome to the last round of RaceonOZ Season 8. Just found out it's Season 9 of the GT7 races, so it's the other 8. 9. We have the championship up for grabs with potentially 3 drivers that can win the championship here, and it's also retro round at Interlagos. So what we've got is people in retro liveries, we hope. If you want to see Mirage, I'm sorry you can't. His retro livery makes him 10 seconds faster. However, Menasaur put his hand up for the race, his left hand and arm to be exact, to race instead of Mirage. Anyway, enough of my dribble. Let's start racing. We are racing and off. Heading off TGT. We're watching TGT as everyone's got their Subi having a bit of a look around TGT. Got Dead End around the corner first, followed by Blunty, then Anders, then TGT, Subi, Dash Vanguard, Hoax, Brendan out a little wide but down the straight cleanly, Brits in 9th, Arnold in 10th, Report in 11th. Back to the lead, we've got the lead, the 2 lead races, these two, Blunty and the stand-in Dead End, are fighting for the champion lead, but the person in 3rd, Anders, is also a potential to take this championship. So 1st, 2nd and 3rd, all within grasp of being the championship contenders of this last race. TGT, I probably think you're here to have a chance as well if you didn't fall down a sinkhole at Spa. Subi scooting around the outside, not quite having it there. Dash in his purple Selby livery, Red Bull livery of Hoax, coming up to this last corner before this big sweeping, I can't say straight, but it's a very, very fast part of the track. A lot of draft can be happening up here. You can almost go flat out depending on what line you take through this section. Brendan there, he's within tow, not right behind Hoax in tow. Maybe doesn't like the dirty air. Brits a bit further back. Arnold is right there. Report is hunting down as well, not falling off from anyone there. Now everyone's been having practice at this track. Have a look at Report here. The guy who's been there or thereabouts at the back, he's got the confidence here and he is showing some good pace as he gets around Arnold with not too much of a hassle. It does make a difference and shows you how much confidence in a car can make. Now with Subi as he's chasing down, a bit out in the dirt there. But he's only in his 3rd race for this season and already showing good pace. It's a shame he couldn't be here for the other race. Oh, what has just happened there? He's, well, apparently radio contact says that he dropped the mic and not the flexing drop the mic moment. So that's cost him 3 positions, I believe. He's he almost lost it there, manages to gain it. Now we have to concentrate and get himself back into a rhythm again, which is part of the challenge of being a race driver. It's very easy to get rattled, very hard to get yourself back into that groove again. Sailing up to the centre S's, we've got Hoax going almost sideways, Tokyo drift style. Gives Brendan a bit of sniff there. Brendan's sort of like hanging back, hoping that Hoax might kick himself out of control. What it has actually done, that little episode by Hoax, is given Brendan and Subi a closer look as they're now all within a blanket's reach of each other. Anders has just hit the fastest lap of the race so far. So he's now looking for a way of catching up to those top three and being top two would be part of the mix. Coming up, and he's just hit the grass and it's flicked him over to the wrong side and spun him out. Grim as he goes just in time for TGT to pass through him. Could have been a very big mess there. Bad luck, Anders. Sorry, mate. We got here Report holding off Arnold. Yep, he's also looking to have a go at Brits Lightning as he's going sideways through the corner. Bit too tight around that corner. Arnold can sense an opening there. Holds back. No, he has a go. Sees the opportunity and seizes it. So we've now got Subi chasing down Anders and Hogs. Subi's got Hogs clean in his sights. Going probably a switchback. Is he going to give it a go? Hogs is wise to the challenge, closes it in tight, and then closes the second door in his face. This might do if they keep tussling like this. It might give some breathing space to Anders, and it'll give the chance for Brendan to catch up behind him. Quite possible. Yeah, a little bit of breathing space from Anders maybe. Subi is better under brakes than Hogs by the look of it. As you see him, really, Constantine is right up behind Hogs. Cool. Yep, we've now got Arnold. He is now having a piece of Brits Lightning. He's giving Brits a lot of a challenge here. Yep, all over him. Having a look up on the inside there. Maybe not. Maybe trying to do a little fake and pass. It's a lot going on here, even in the last three positions of the track. Report's waiting for those two to maybe tangle up, and he can get two positions out of this. Coming up to the faster part of the track. Right down this straight. Got Arnold chasing down Brits Lightning. Brits just holding a better line, I think, through there. Arnold's got the car under control. You can see Report, he's giving everything he can to get out there into the, using every millimetre of the track. Brits is a bit out there. Arnold sees another opening and has a big go on Brits and gets around cleanly. No door touching, no fender bending. Clean as a whistle. Now Report looks like he might even have a go at this. He's now all over Brits and giving a challenge to Brits. This is a fight worth watching here. Anything can happen. We have Brendan, who is all over the tail of Subi. He is looking, well, yeah, Subi's wise to the fig. It's going to the block there on the centre S's, but if Brendan can hold the outside of the inside run on the next corner, no, just holds back. Doesn't want to tangle up this early in the race, and just lets Subi through. Sort of feel on this stage of the race that anything can happen, and just the fight is on between everyone here. Hogs has just gone out a bit wide. Is that going to cost him a position here? Subi's looking up on the inside here. He's there side by side. Subi around Hogs. Just one little mistake like that, getting on the AstroTurf, and you've lost a position. Hogs is well aware if he can stay with Subi, he might be able to take it back. Still within tow, and see what they're like under brakes. Who will be the better one here? I don't think Brennan's close enough to overtake him, but Hogs is sharp there on the corner. Brennan's got the outside run, a little bit better line to come through there at speed. Hogs, he's lost it there. Might have to go back and have a look at that replay. Right, so Brendan's looking to go around the outside. Hogs just clips the corner there, loses control, the car's a bit out of shape, and gives Brendan a good chase up on the inside, and that's all over Nurse. Alright, coming apart to this part of the track, which to be honest I never thought to be a spot to be able to overtake, but these two seem to overtake each other at this particular part of the track every time. As a report, for example, going up inside, holding Arnold out, and gets around quite easily. It's not a spot that I would have thought could be done. These guys are showing me how it's done. We have news from the pit crew of Brits. He's been called in for an emergency. Unfortunately for Brits, might be his race over. They've got some sort of technical issues. We'll have to get back from the pits to see what these technical issues are, but he's going to go into the pits now. Alright, we'll just wait for the call. Yeah, for real. So, okay, what we've heard is that there's a brown snake out in front of his place, and he needs to deal with it. So no one in the pit crew wants to deal with it themselves. He has to come in and do it. So even though these guys with rattle guns and other dangerous implements that could probably deal with it, looks like Brits is the man for the job. Unfortunately for him, that's his race cooked. Alright, race for the championship is here as it heats up. Blunty has managed to catch up onto Dead End and is now right on his tail. And just finishing his fastest lap, the fastest lap for the race. Blunty has got a lot of wind in his sails as he goes around the outside to get a sharper inside take on this line, and right up next to the duck, holds the duck outside and takes the inside line. Dead End's not going to be happy about that. Decepticons are not happy about anything, but least of all Stunticon is not happy about anyone having the one up on them. But Blunty has certainly shown that he's got what's in there as the duck fights back. TGT hanging back there, hoping that either one of these two stuffs up and he might get his first win for the season. Meanwhile, while those two are duking it out and Blunty took the lead, Arnold has gone into the pits, going for a almost full refill, and now we just will cross over to watch Matthew Lloyd line up for a goal, or something more interesting, we'll watch Arnold come out of the pits with this very, very long pit exit. Brendan's into the pits, lap 15. With only running on fumes. See how much fuel he puts in. Oh no, we've got going across to Arnold. What's happened here with Arnold? He has stopped in front of the marshal's box. Alright, we hear of Arnold. See what's happened with this incident. Oh, sounds like his car's just cut out. And oh god, I hope he's alright. Oh, that's a big hit in the wall. Lucky he's right there in front of the marshal's box. If they do anything, I'm gonna have to ask Viper, is that common practice? Alright, we're coming to the part of the highlight where it's just a pit session. So we'll see what happens to these pits. Got TGT going into the pits, which is a quick left and then right into the wall according to TGT, followed by Dash, who's right behind him going into the pits. Anders is also into the pits, Subi's also into the pits, Hogs is into the pits. It looks like Report just coming up and around here. He could be going into the pits as well. So we've got the 2 race leaders out there going into the pits. Sorry, the 2 race leaders there. Everyone else is going into the pits. Brendan's already had his pits. Now we're going to go back to the race leaders. We've got Blunty holding off Dead End. Dead End's going around the outside this time to see if he has a go. Back on the inside there, side by side. And Dead End makes a neat little move. Can he hold it on? Can Blunty fight back? Has a go at it. Not quite enough room there. But all this jostling and that, they still have to pit the pair of them. Uncertain which one of these two has got the higher fuel load. They look borderline base on identical, so might be a fuel change. It depends who's the quicker fueler or who wants to take on more fuel. So as we have these two quite possibly both going into the pits at this time. Nope, made a liar of me. Now if both these guys go around again and not going to pits, they've pretty much dudded themselves and handed the championship to Anders. So they're going to go in the pits. Yes, we've got Dead End and both he and Blunty going into the pits. Now it'll be a case to see who comes out the pits here first. Just a little bit of energon, 2% energon versus 1% fuel. Which one will come out first? There is only 1% difference between the two. They're both running in there. See who jumps out first. And Blunty's out first with 53% and 61. And we have again a swap of the lead with Blunty followed by the Duck. We've got Dash that's just coming around the corner there. Will he have the legs to get around him out of the pits? I think these two are out of the pits already. Yes, they are. And right behind each other. So Blunty got the run there on the corner. We've got Dead End having a bit of a go at that. But not quite. So good pit manoeuvre there by Blunty as opposed to the bad pit manoeuvres that the police do to you on a Saturday night on Easter. Blunty came out the better beneficiary of that pit stop. Heading down this straight here, and we're going to see if there's any sort of business here. As we've got dive up on the inside by Dead End. Blunty's not out on the AstroTurf, no touchy-feelies going on there. Dead End still got the inside line as he got in front of Blunty. Blunty just a little bit of something. There's Blunty on the inside there, giving a little bit of room, not much. Coming up on the inside as Blunty got the run there. They're putting a gap, and I think it's after those 3 or 4 corners. I think Dead End's just come the beneficiary. Oh, Blunty sideways. That's going to cost him a lot of time and giving some breathing space to Dead End. Bad luck, mate. Okay, we're up to a part of the race where 3rd position is up for grabs for anyone, as we got Dash, Anders, TGT and Brendan. They're all starting to bunch up. Don't forget Subi, he's there as well. He's right behind Brendan. So we've got a 5-car race for a podium position at least. Now this race has been shared on my account on the PlayStation Network, just for anyone that wants to really watch some of these other things. This particular race is very interesting to watch in regards that this particular part of the race is just an absolute dogfight in the last 5 laps between 5 cars. And it's probably worth just watching and flicking through, seeing what's going on amongst the 5 of them. No one letting anyone have anything as they all start fighting. And what happens is as you fight, the others catch up, and it seems to be like we have Subi and Brendan. They're quite happily fighting away, but it seems to be they both can see the bigger picture, and they'll let the others fight. Subi gets a purple sector here, chasing down Brendan. So these two could well be playing out the last 5 laps to get right up behind the others here. As I'm painting a picture, let's see if we can get some action further up down here. So we got here TGT, Brendan right behind him, coming up straight. Brendan's been pretty good coming up to the first left turn, coming down this straight. He's showing a lot of pace, but also a way of even handling whoever tries to block him down here, as he's thinking about it, having a bit of a look on TGT. TGT, a bit of experienced campaigner, he's not going to just block for the fun of it. Brendan thinking maybe going a big wide around berth. Staying there, he knows he's still got 3 more laps, 3 and a bit more laps to have a go. Just cleaning up his tyres there as he's snaking side by side. We have Subi having a go around Brendan. No, he's having an attack at Brendan. Brendan in the inside, maybe a little bit of a tap, nothing malicious about it. And Brendan, oh, another knock, and gets around Brendan. Not a too bad manoeuvre. Nothing that the stewards will get too cranky about. A little bit of gravel there, not the best of places, as Anders will tell him. So we'll get a bit of gravel. Heads out onto the green stuff. Not good getting the green stuff. It likes to drag you further away. And Anders is there. He is right behind Dash. And we've seen on this particular manoeuvres here, or this particular corner, people can overtake. Dash is holding that door closed. Anders might think of a go around the outside. No, around the inside. Then around the outside. These guys are fighting it right out. It's giving a chance for TGT to come right up at him. Anders is desperate to get around Dash. Again, Dash closes the door. Anders not quite sharp enough to get around. Dash parks on the corner almost. How will it go on this corner? Dicey manoeuvre. You want to dive up on the inside here. Looks like Anders is still right behind Dash. Maybe something might happen at the end of the straight. But TGT, they're hoping that these two will overcook themselves and give him an easy go around the outside. Anders over the curb, slightly sideways. TGT in sympathy copies. But again, this is a real tight tussle. And there's a little bit on the outside, might have a bit dirty tyres. He's going to look for a go on Dash. Really get around Dash. Dash closes the door, blocks well. As Anders is holding the better line. Every millimetre used on this track, and Dash is using every trick in the book to prevent Anders getting by. You can see the third car there in the background. He's closing in while these two are taking the slower lines through the track. And TGT knows it. Alright, 2 laps to go. Second last lap of the race. We've got Anders diving up the inside of Dash. as he gets in front of Dash. TGT is there, right behind him. See, Anders is out wide, out in the dirt. TGT is right there behind Dash Vanguard. And will Anders be able to hold this corner? Holds a slight little fang. He's out wide. He's out on the AstroTurf. That could cost him something. Dirty tyres. Dash Vanguard back around Anders. TGT on the outer line around Anders. TGT, Anders. No, I was going to say neck and neck, but TGT, you can see it. Anders is having another go back at Dash Vanguard. Dash is holding him back. Anders is looking for any way around. TGT is looking for any way around him. Around the outside. Anders is blocking it. But there is no letting up here with these guys. TGT having a look on Anders. Dash, little breathing space maybe. This is incredible stuff. I might just go back to Anders. Watch from the middle. TGT fighting. Right, we are on to the final lap. These 2-3 guys, ever so interesting. But we'll just go back to the race leaders. We've got Dead End leading. Blunty should win the race if he holds and not falls over into a sinkhole. Just needs to keep his nerve for another third of a lap and the race should be his. Blunty probably about 3 seconds, 2 seconds behind. He's got a lot to work up and he's going to run out of track to be able to do that. And then we've got the awesome threesome absolutely duking it out for that last position, pushing each other, really pushing each other. Brendan, he's fallen away from the pack there, but he's given himself a lot of space to Subi, who's fighting off Hogue. These two are having a bit of a battle here. If there's been any overtakes in amongst while watching all this happening, I apologise. We're coming up to the final leg of the race where we have the Duck, who is the Division 3 champion by looks, finishes first, followed by Blunty in second, who will be second on the championship. Dash Vanguard leading Anders to the line with TGT closely behind. That should be enough for Anders to secure third in the championship. Brendan, be interesting to see where Brendan and TGT end up. They're very close together. Subi Scott and Hogues making up 7th and 8th, and Report, unfortunately for Report, he makes up the tail, but in turn he had some really good racing until the snake incident and the disconnect incident with lazy stewards of Brits and Arnold alike. Last but not least, we have Report crossing the line with a respectable full 27 laps, and that is the end of the season. Here are the results from the race. You can find all other details of the race at RaceonOZ.com. I will share the whole race on the PlayStation Network, as the race had many things happening all over the place, and it felt like at any given time anything could happen. Don't forget to punish and enslave.